Try to blend in.
So, I've been sitting over there wondering, what's Bruce Wayne doing in a place like this? I figured you went to fancier casinos. Someplace where only high rollers go.
I'm looking for something different. New thrills.
Well, it's a good thing you're here. And it's a good thing I'm here.
You? What in the hell are you doing here?
Stop me if you've heard this one before. I begin and have no end. And I end all that begins. Who am I?
I don't give a damn. I told you 10 times. Our arrangement is over.
Death, Maury. I am dead.
Something's happening. It doesn't look like a deal.
The man in the hood. I remember him from your father's time. I think that's Riddler.
Is something wrong? You seem distracted.
You think your gibberish intimidates me?
Hello?
That's him.
How about we go back to my place?
Oh,
I'll call my driver. Meet me outside.
well, since you put it like that, I never do this, you know.
You know, me neither.
No one threatens me in my own casino. Security!
Sir, it's time to leave.
For you, an easy one. What question can you never answer yes to?
I don't give a crap. Let's go.
Wrong. Correct answer is, are you dead? Now, let's get started.
Get out of there. Get your suit.
Al, let Gordon know what's happening.
Right away.
Hey, please.
On the line, scrambling audio now.
Gordon.
Batman, what's the status? Batman?
Multiple gunmen. Hostages at the casino. A madman in a mask.
Back in Gotham.
Seen in years. Well, he's putting on quite a show.
I'll be there shortly.
Be ready for a fight.
Please, please. We can make the deal. Anything you want. want?
Our issues can't be solved with handshakes, Maury.
This is what happens when you back out of a deal with me.
There's only one way you're getting out of this alive. You have to solve a riddle. And I choose my words carefully if I were you. Listen closely.
No, please, don't do this!
Without fingers, I point. Without arms, I strike. Without feet, I run. Who am I?
I've got visual.
That drone fully functional.
I'll need a place to drop in without being noticed. Time for some recon.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? A mind bender that scratches at the very nature of our existence. The mere pondering of which can drive brilliant men to madness. It's the kind of conundrum that drives you to distraction. Rattling around like a rat in your skull. Once it's in there, it never gives you a moment's peace. Believe me, I know. Remember, choose your words carefully, Maury. You only have so many fingers. It'll be that much harder to count your blood money. But don't think you can just stall. I will get bored. You won't like that.
Cashier's booth. That'll do. Just need to take out the guard first.
Audio playback fully functional.
Time for a distraction.
What the?
I'm losing patience, Maury. Are you expecting a hint? Give me an answer!
Batman, we can't get in. The front's covered by gunmen, and they've got the back barricaded with blackjack tables. How should I deploy when we're inside? I'm relying on your eyes and ears. What's the best course of action?
We need a distraction. Find a way to limit their line of sight.
Sounds like a plan.
You're completely insane!
No, I don't believe that's it.
I'll clear a path. Wait for my signal.
Give them hell. We're counting on you.
Batman! You're ahead of schedule. I'm a little busy right now, but I'll see if I can fit you in. him the hostage! Shoot the hostage! Batman! You're ahead of schedule. I'm a little busy right now, but I'll see if I can fit you in. Not him, the hostage! Shoot the hostage!
Hiya, Bats.
The Batman clearly isn't using his head. Break it open.
With pleasure.
I've heard stories in the streets about you, Batman. You're the biggest name in Gotham since... well, since I left town. Everyone's very impressed with you. I'm not impressed. Gotham's criminals have become zealots and thugs in cheap suits. And you, I've come home to find a wannabe in my chair. Eating my goddamn porridge. This is my city. Now I'm back.
Gotham has forgotten you, Riddler. Crawl back under your rock before you get hurt.
Says the man with a hook at his throat. You're supposedly the world's greatest detective. Yet here you are, completely at my mercy. I don't see much evidence of that.
Gordon, now!
Oh, you have to be kidding. Clever, but not smart enough. Let me show you how it was done back in the day. I've heard stories in the streets about you, Batman. You're the biggest name in Gotham since... well, since I left town. Everyone's very impressed with you. I'm not impressed. Gotham's criminals have become zealots and thugs in cheap suits. And you, I've come home to find a wannabe in my chair.
Eating my goddamn porridge. This is my city.
Now I'm back. And
Gotham has forgotten you, Riddler. Crawl back under your rock before you get hurt.
says the man with a hook at his throat. You're supposedly the world's greatest detective. Yet here you are, completely at my mercy. I don't see much evidence of that.
Gordon,
I expected more. Oh, you have to be kidding. Clever,
But not smart enough.
Let me show you how it was done back in the day. I've heard stories in the streets about you, Batman. You're the biggest name in Gotham since... well, since I left town. Everyone's very impressed with you. I'm not impressed. Gotham's criminals have become zealots and thugs in cheap suits. And you, I've come home to find a wannabe in my chair.
Eating my goddamn porridge. This is my city.
Gotham has forgotten you, Riddler. Crawl back under your rock before you get hurt.
Says the man with a hook at his throat. You're supposedly the world's greatest detective. Yet here you
Gordon,
are.
now!
Oh, you have to be kidding. I've heard stories in the streets about you, Batman. You're the biggest name in Gotham since... well, since I left town. Everyone's very impressed with you. I'm not impressed. Gotham's criminals have become zealots and thugs in cheap suits. And you, I've come home to find a wannabe in my chair.
Eating my goddamn porridge. This is my city.
Now I'm back. And
Gotham has forgotten you, Riddler. Crawl back under your rock before you get hurt.
says the man with a hook at his throat. You're supposedly the world's greatest detective. Yet here you are, completely at my mercy. I don't see
Gordon,
much
now.
evidence of that. Oh, you have to be kidding. Clever.
But not smart enough.
Let me show you how it was done. I've heard stories in the streets about you, Batman. You're the biggest name in Gotham since... well, since I left town. Everyone's very impressed with you. I'm not impressed. Gotham's criminals have become zealots and thugs in cheap suits. And you, I've come home to find a wannabe in my chair.
Eating my goddamn porridge. This is my city.
Now I'm back, and I'm taking what's mine.
Gotham has forgotten you, Riddler. Crawl back under your rock before you get hurt.
Says the man with a hook at his throat. You're supposedly the world's greatest detective. Yet here you are, completely at my mercy. I don't see much evidence of that. I expected more of a battle from you, Batman.
Now!
Oh, you have to be kidding. Clever,
But not smart enough.
let me show you how it was done. Back in the day.
Brawling like a common street hood. It just doesn't do it for me.
Follow the power lines. There must be a weak point.
Brawling like a common street hood. It just doesn't do it for me.
Follow the power lines. There must be a weak point.
That's cheating.
Think I care about your rules?
I heard you're a man who followed a code. Why would you save that dirtbag's life? Pouring his money running guns, trading off the suffering of war. Why wouldn't you just let him die?
You thought that stunt on Rory would cover your escape. I wanted to show you I'd save him and still catch you. I don't know how to compromise.
You haven't caught me yet. Nothing I've seen so far suggests you will. You know how to scrap. I'll give you that. But it's not enough. Let's see how you will something a little more cerebral. Hurry, detective. Oh, my hustle. What people are getting hurt. You can't have that.
You should have called us before going in, Gordon.
Waller.
After all, we're here to help.
Everything's going on your goddamn head.
Tell me all down.
Riddler right in custody. So. Riddler, you clues all always thought he was smarter. People trying to catch him. Thought he could use help dragging him out. Sick pleasure out of haunt. That's damn sure. You don't know how glad I am you're here, working with the police. Riddler's heyday was a dark time in Gotham. What we just saw, he has a mellowed age.
And it's on it right away. Commissioner!
Brace yourselves. This woman has a lot of juice over there.
Might be trained restrictions. We'd have Riddler in custody if you'd only picked up a phone. So, you're the legendary Batman. I've heard a great deal about you. So much so I don't know if I should believe the hype.
And you are?
This is Amanda Waller, director of the agency.
What are the feds doing here?
Riddler's their case. The GCPD has been open their doors to them, give them whatever they need.
We've been tracking that maniac for some time. No one knows more about him than he is. World-class criminal like Riddler. They're kind of our specialty.
If you were tracking him, why didn't you tell us he was coming?
We get a lot of unverified reports. I wanted to be sure.
Now we know.
Riddler used to be a player in Gotham back when Thomas Wayne and Falcone ran the city. He disappeared so suddenly and for so long, everyone thought he was dead. Everyone was wrong. Riddler's back, and if these theatrics have anything to go by, he wants the whole city to know. My people tell me you did some good work handling in Batman. You and me? I bet we'd make a damn fine team. I heard how you dealt with Lady Arkham. Not to mention that filth, Oswald Cobblepot.
I work with Gordon, but no one else.
I appreciate loyalty, but that there... that's the issue. The only real problem with your setup is who you're working with. Local law enforcement clearly can't cut it.
I got a local crime rate says otherwise. Ms. Waller...
Please, Commissioner. Tear gas. In a hostage situation, we got an ambulance full of civilians with their eyes swollen shut. Not to mention you let Riddler slip through your fingers. You GCPD cowboys clearly don't know what you're doing.
You're putting all this on me?
You're the commanding officer, aren't you? Or are those stars purely for show?
You can't put this on Jim. I called for a distraction.
Then maybe you're not as impressive as I thought. I'm here to prevent this incompetence in the future. I gotta get a security detail on Maury while he's in the hospital. Agent Avesta will fill you in on what we know so far, as a token of interdepartmental cooperation.
The nerve on her. Don't tell these people a thing, especially about that puzzle. This is our town. We're the ones that'll catch Riddler.
Ooh, I thought you was gonna bite your head off for a second.
I'd like to see her try.
Special Agent Iman Avesta, Field Intelligence Specialist on the Riddler case. And my partner, Agent Blake.
How do you do?
I put together this psychological profile of Riddler. You'll see when you read it. He's... changed. For your eyes only, if you catch my drift. The target of the casino attack, Rumi Mori. Any idea what Riddler wanted with him? We figure it has something to do with why he's back in Gotham.
He was asking about a riddle.
What kind of riddle?
Something about a mind bender that drove men to madness.
Interesting. I've heard that before. Thanks. That's a help. I'm Gotham born and raised, you know. My dad ran a store in the shadow of City Stadium. I just wanted to say it's a real honor to meet you. I do have something I want to ask, though. The criminally insane. You're drawn to them, aren't you? There's something in you that pulls you towards the danger. The chaos, the energy. You can't keep away, can you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry. I think I know you a little better now.
I'll be in touch. Agent.
Batman, before you go, Gotham's your city. I respect that. But you should know I don't have to play nice. I'm letting you hunt the Riddler for now. You better share everything you find. Or this courtesy call is gonna become something you really won't like. You get me? There's a lot of ways this could go.
What an eventful evening. I've taken the liberty of preparing some refreshments.
Thanks, Al. I need to focus. Maybe music will help. Can't go wrong with the classics.
The computer is finished scanning the Riddler's puzzle box. It's ready when you are.
Let's get to work. No explosives detected, no radioactivity. Nothing dangerous at all so far. Computer, run another scan. I want to be absolutely sure this thing is safe.
Also, I took the liberty of digging up everything I could find on the agency. There's plenty here. Know your enemy and all that. It comes and goes. Ever since the kidnapping and all the other business with Lady Arkham.
Alfred.
No, don't you worry about me. I should be fine. It was worse after my first tour of duty.
It's clearly a problem. You should get it looked at.
Well, as you say, Bruce. It'll pass. Working always helps. Riddler terrorized this city long before you were Batman.
Gotham's original costumed criminal.
Yes, to have him returned, it's unsettling. I remember when he was the scourge of the underworld. Even Carmine Falcone gave him a wide berth. He was presumed dead for so long. Why come back to Gotham?
Well, he seemed to have a prior relationship with Maury. Some kind of axe to grind. Let me upload the rest of this to the Codex. You didn't realize Riddler was still alive when he orchestrated a prison break at Peña Duro.
My men here say you let yourself get caught, Mr. Riddler.
Just Riddler.
Why willingly turn yourself in?
Oh, Mr. Warden, to get everyone else out, of course. That wasn't obvious.
The man's deranged. If you ask me, he needs help. He's clearly sick. The man is in urgent need of a doctor.
His victims are the ones who need help.
I'll concede you have a point.
What was that?
You should see your face. Its confusion is delightful. I think I'll take it with me.
I take everything back.
The agency. The public face of a shadow committee of military leaders, intelligence experts, and government officials. Civil rights violations, domestic black sites, decentralized accountability.
This information, it's all before Waller took over the director position. Perhaps she's given them a new direction.
Maybe, but the agency's empowered to override local law enforcement with impunity.
Batman's got some competition in town. I wonder if we need be worried about losing our unpaid and thoroughly exhausting job, I mean.
Well, things won't be easy with a bunch of spies nearby. They're well-equipped spies, too.
Maybe it wouldn't hurt to talk to Lucius about upgrades. Try and level the playing field.
Let's see what Riddler's little gift is all about.
Solve my puzzle soon, or people will get hurt. Riddler's MO hasn't changed in all these years.
There's writing engraved along the rim. I have an eye, yet cannot see. Who am I?
That sounds familiar. I've heard it before.
Don't happen to remember the answer, do you?
Sadly, no.
Eye of a hurricane.
It fits the description in the riddle, but I'm not sure how it helps us. Even if there were hurricanes in Gotham, it's hard to imagine one helping us with the object in question. If that is indeed the key.
Justice. How it relates to Batman, maybe. Lady Justice is blindfolded to show she's impartial.
She has two eyes under the blindfold, though, not one.
So it's something else. He gave this to me at a casino. Card games. Maybe a jack. Specifically a one-eyed jack.
But he's on the card twice, showing both eyes. Besides, he can still see. So it's probably not that.
The eye of a needle.
But how does that relate to the object in question?
Maybe it's telling us how to use it.
Sounds very plausible.
Look at these strange grooves. Never forget. Needle. A record needle.
Halfway there, Batman. Means you've got half a chance of stopping a whole lot of pain. To be honest, you're already doing better than I thought. But don't sit around feeling pleased with yourself. Unless you want to see me tear this city apart.
I suppose you're going to look in there.
An open invitation from the Riddler? Of course. Huh. Looks like I'm manipulating radio bands or waveforms. Something. I'm not sure what I'm looking at or how any of it is actually displaying.
And that sound.
What? Oh, I'm not really sure about any of it. Get Lucius on the line, will you?
Hey, Alfred.
Morning, Lucius. I hope we're not interrupting your breakfast.
My youngest is probably stealing all the bacon, but he calls. What's up?
This is a puzzle from the Riddler. There's a strange waveform pattern I can manipulate inside that needs your expertise.
Yeah, okay. I can meet you at Wayne Tower in a little bit. We'll, fire up the R&D lab.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important, Lucius.
No, don't worry about it. It's actually gonna be a big day for me. Tiffany starts at Wayne Enterprises.
Tiffany? Really?
Your daughter, working alongside you. How wonderful.
Certainly is. Bruce, I'll see you soon.
Bye, Lucius. Can't wait to see Tiffany. Be at Wayne Tower.
Good hunting, Bruce.
Oh, excellent. Glad I caught you. I have some good news to share.
Good to hear it, Regina. It's what I've come to expect, with you as Wayne Enterprises chairperson.
I just talked to the board, and they couldn't be more pleased with how our partnership with GCPD is going. Seems like you made the right call when you decided to take that contract over the Arkham remodel. The Gazette's running a piece about it.
Look, I would love to hear all the details, but I've got a meeting with Lucius I've got to run to.
Well, I don't mean to pry, but what's in that case? Seems like an odd thing to be carrying around the office.
Oh, this? This is just something for Lucius.
I see. Well, I've got a meeting I've got to run to. We'll pick up this conversation this afternoon.
Sounds great. You're in my chair.
Just updating the encryption on your bat tech. But if you want me to stop?
Oh no, the seat is all yours.
This is the thing you were talking about?
One of Riddler's puzzles. Some kind of test.
Show me. Any idea what he's planning?
Not yet. That's why I need your help. If his history is anything to go by, he left us a clue. A psychological profile of Riddler.
Knowing how his mind works, this should come in handy.
No sign of explosives or poison. Already scanned for that in the cave.
Would you look at that? Micropulse waveform. And the sound it's giving off.
A signal, maybe? I couldn't decipher it. I was hoping you could help with that.
I'll see what I can do. Shouldn't take long.
What in No.
It's not one of mine.
Think fast. Too slow. Hi, Dad.
Tiffany.
Hey, Bruce.
My God, Tiffany.
It's been a while.
Sneaking out of orientation your first day?
I just wanted to say hi to my new boss. I got you a present. A micro-drone prototype I developed in my spare time. High-end AV, stealth black shell, programmable for autonomous observation. Small, quiet, and super smart. Just like its designer. Not bad, huh? You always had a thing for toys. So hard to know what to get a man who has everything.
Someone here wants a raise.
She's already gunning for my job, Bruce. Can you believe it?
The hours you work? Not a chance. I actually have a life. Huh. There's something different about you.
There is?
And I don't just mean what happened to your ear. I can't quite put my finger on it. But you look...
Well, please just still say old.
Well, now that you mention it.
Hey, play nice. Bruce has had a rough year.
Interesting.
Don't.
Too late, already touching.
Just be careful.
What a strange thing. The circuitry design. It's elaborate and unorthodox. Almost intentionally so. Like whoever put it together was kind of showing off. Huh. Micro pulse waves? It's just weird. Seriously, what is this thing? I've never seen anything like it. It's like whoever made it.
It's pretty cool, huh?
I don't know if cool would be the word I would use. I can hear it hum. What does it do?
That's what we're trying to work out.
You guys are lucky I'm here to help.
Help with...
Figure this freakish thing out.
Tiffany did graduate first in her class at Cornell in molecular engineering.
Let me take a crack at it. I can help you get to the bottom of this. Figure out what it does.
Alright, if you think you can help, then be my guest.
Oh, I know I can help. I just gotta let him know that I won't be finishing up orientation.
No problem.
Oh, I was planning on swinging by the manor after work to see Alfred. I heard he wasn't doing so well. That he was having some issues with his health?
He would love that.
I hope he isn't still angered with me and Luke about that incident with the china.
Well, you know Al. No one messes with his dinnerware.
Catch you guys later.
Welcome aboard, Tiffany.
Thanks, boss.
All right then. Time to crack this puzzle. I never told her, you know. Told her what I really do at Wayne Enterprises. What, we do. If you're willing to pull her into this Riddler project, why not consider bringing her into the fold? Into the mission? We're going to need help. If we're gonna be dealing with the likes of Riddler. And we can trust her. She's family after all.
Well, if she's anything like you...
She's better than me.
Okay, then let's give her a shot.
Great. I'll start thinking about how we can broach the subject with her. In the meantime, Riddler's puzzle will be a fine start.
Well, shall we go down to the lab?
Actually, the equipment we need is down in my office. We'll get this taken care of in no time.
Mr. Wayne.
Yes?
I'm Special Agent Avesta. This is my partner, Special Agent Blake.
Well, I guess I'll see you in a bit. I'll be down in my office. Whenever whenever you, get done here?
I'll be down in a few.
No worries. I'll, start without you.
Sorry for the unannounced visit. We're with the agency's behavioral analysis unit. We just came by to ask a few questions.
I sure hope I'm not in any trouble.
Oh, everyone's in some amount of trouble. It's my job to find out just how much. This office, it really represents you.
Well, I'd like to think so.
Is this you?
Yeah.
How old?
I don't know, 7, 8, maybe?
So happy. I'm sorry that didn't last.
Yeah, so am I.
They say children who suffer trauma spend their whole lives trying to make up for the loss. After everything you've been through, I don't know how you still do it.
Do what, exactly?
It wasn't long ago when you were the most hated man in Gotham, yet you still give so much back to the city. Why do you continue to help Gotham? Most people wouldn't be so charitable after that. What's that all about?
My father did a lot of damage to a lot of people. I'm just trying to make things right.
Thomas Wayne did cast a long, dark shadow. It must be difficult to get out from under it.
What is it you want?
The agency recently brought me in to draft a psychological portrait of the Riddler. We've been tracking him for months, but haven't been able to find him. A lot of things happened to you last year, and not all of them were good. You put yourself at risk when you helped bring in your friend Harvey Dent. He was a violent psychotic at the time, almost destroyed the city. Come to think of it, you've been associated